The blockade on essential items in banking services such as fuel, telecommunication and banking has had a devastating impact on the living condition of ordinary Tigrayans across the state. Lack of fuel has meant that millions in Tigray remain unable to access transportation. Residents of Mekelle say that lack of fuel has forced them to use unsafe methods of transportation.
We are traveling by cart because there is no fuel supply in the region. It's unsafe to travel. We have no option at all. Taxi service is not available because of the siege imposed on Tigray. Even these cars are unaffordable. Lack of fuel has brought the transportation problem. Since there are no regular transportation services, we use carts instead of traveling on foot for long hours. This type of transportation service is not safe and is not preferable. We have no guarantee for our journey. We are in a difficult situation. We can't meet our loved ones who are living apart from us because of the siege. It's been a year now since we have stopped working due to lack of fuel in the region. Many people are traveling in long journey in the city on foot. Patients are also unable to reach hospitals in time. They are dying due to lack of transportation.
Manager of Hidasi Transport Services, Tamrat Yosef, on his part said that his company used it to provide transportation services from Mekelle to different parts of Tigray as well as Ethiopia before the war broke out. However, now the buses are at a standstill due to lack of fuel.
We
used to serve the people at a reasonable transport cost before the conflict. However, following the blockade on Tigray, the people are being subjected to different socio-economic crises. We are not providing transportation services as usual because the entry of fuel into Tigray has been hampered. We used to transport people back and forth based on a proper tariff. However, transportation services have become very expensive. People have all the right to move from one place to another. However, such a right has been denied at this time.
Bayano Dajo, coordinator for road safety and vehicles in Road and Transport Bureau of Tigray, said that the people have been exposed to economic problems as they have not been able to travel to different places to work. All of this caused due to lack of fuel.
It is clear that our people are in dire situation due to the blockade. The transportation sector is blood vessel for any country. However, the society in Tigray couldn't move from a certain place to another due to lack of fuel. The cost of taxi services has been tripled. Therefore, people are forced to use carts for transportation. You cannot get a regular transportation service at a bus station because we have run out of fuel 13 months ago. Our buses are standing here. 3 to 4 million people use transportation services yearly to travel within Tigray. However, now few people are able to travel from one place to another due to the siege.
Bayana called on the international community to take decisive action to end the siege imposed on Tigray.
I think the international community didn't give enough attention to the war on Tigray other than expressing rhetoric condemnations. We have not seen any practical improvement yet. Therefore, the world must put a strong pressure on the Ethiopian government to lift the siege.
Lack of fuel has meant that even the small amount of aid that entered Tigray could not be distributed, leaving millions in the brink.